Yo, it's Lyarrah, and today you join me back over here on Create SMP, where last time we built this cheesecake factory. And by that, of course, I mean a factory that provides cheesecake. It's got wheat, it's got berries, it's got milk, it's got them all together, and we have cheesecake. Now, this does need a few upgrades, such as a cake slicing machine, and it also very obviously needs a building around it. But we're still really early game. Everything I own fits into my backpack. So we don't really have any materials to be building any buildings out of yet. Now in the long run, I do expect us to create factories for plenty of the other materials out there. There are ways to create many things in this mod. Like terracotta. We're gonna have a terracotta farm as soon as possible, for example. But in the meantime, for the purposes of this and maybe one or two more buildings, we're going to go get things, not manually. We're going to go get them using drill. And well, more accurately, we're going to upgrade this drill into something that has more storage, that lays its own tracks in front of it so that we have an easier time blasting through downstairs. Then we're going to go ahead and take this on down there and start mining things up. What I am looking for is probably limestone, which I did find the surface patch of it here, which I guess does go deep enough that maybe I should go ahead and rip into it, but I feel bad resource gathering right underneath the area we're building in. Now, since limestone is what I'm after, that does also mean that we could make a limestone farm. So the other thing that I am planning on doing is going on a hunt for honey. That does mean I somehow need a silk touch enchantment first. Now, I don't have silk touch at the moment on anything. But we can at least go ahead and get a couple bottles worth of honey, and all we need is enough to make one honey block, and we can go ahead and melt that down and make a limestone farm. What's honey have to do with any kind of stone? Well, welcome to Create. So for right now, we're gonna carefully, whoops, come on, there we go. Powered rail the whole way, power the thing. And now we've got this to go and get this sorted out a little bit better. So we have been down here mining, as you can see. This goes on quite a ways down here, and there's actually, let me hop down and show you the even longer tunnel. This one right here, we have now dug this thing out so far. And how did I do this, you ask? With the freshly upgraded drill. So we have, our basics as we had before, a drill that is attached to a minecart. But we now have this section that is drilling out clear up in front. So the way that this is set up means that this deployer right here is putting down cobblestone in front of it. This deployer is putting down rails on top of that cobblestone, or whatever was already on the ground if the cobblestone wasn't needed. And this is actually a furnace minecart in here. So that means that all I have to do is slap it with a piece of coal or charcoal, and it go. Okay, it go better if I, Take two. There we go. Now it had enough lead time. Of course, now I gotta duck in here and, grab it before it runs away across the whole river. Oh, and of course, the storage is, for storage. And the plow here picks back up the rails. I don't know why drills don't work on them. I think it's because they aren't a full block. So that plow is what needs to be used in order to pick back up the rails. Since I am using the furnace minecart, which does get me 64 blocks for a piece of coal or something crazy like that. I don't know the actual numbers, I just know what I observed. Then I don't need to be worrying about this being powered rails or having another spot that puts down the power for powered rails or anything like that. I could have also attached a seat to it, but I was enjoying following behind and just picking up anything that would get me experience points behind it. I had 20 levels at some point, and then I died, and it's tragic. The problem is that now I own somewhere in the vicinity of a dozen chests of, cobble and deep slate and gravel and etc. And I need to figure out where I'm putting all of it. So I think I may need to set up a storage room in here or something. Before we do figure that out though, I do have other exciting news from the same adventure. And that's that we have beehives now. I managed to track down 3 of them, and they do in fact have bees in them. I think I have about 6 or 7 bees between them. I do not believe we're going to be making a honey farm today. I do, however, believe we're going to be fixing this poor guy. There we go. Oh, what? Okay. That's better. That was very confusing. However, we will be using the honey to make a limestone farm. And that means figuring out at least a temporary place to put these bee nests and some campfires so that I can at least, you know, scoop some honey out of it to use for the limestone farm. All right, 3 spots for campfires. 1, 2, and 3 bee nests. And I believe I can do this and have it still be getting the smoke up through it. Yes. Yes, I can. That's going to mean that I can safely go ahead and get some bees, or get some honey out of that one. Now you might be wondering, since I did say I was going to just go get the honey and not worry, hey, all 3 of them, not worry about getting the beehives themselves, how I did pull that off. And actually, I did manage to get hold of Silk Touch. I used a gold pickaxe to do it because if you didn't know, gold items actually enchant easier than others. Like you get a better level of enchantment for the same level on the enchanting table. So like this was only like a level 11 or something like that, tier 2 enchantment that I got with the board at like 20 tops. Anyway, I guess I need to make some glass bottles next, don't I? Okay, so I actually think my best bet is going to be swiping up the drill and hopping on down into here with it. I think what I want to do is dig into this wall right about here, which means giving us a 5-block lead up here. And we're just going to go ahead and make a big old hole in the wall right here. So we'll let that go, 20 deep, 30 deep. I think I gave it one too few blocks. There we go. Now we'll have a nice big hole in the wall that I can go ahead and turn into a storage room. This looks like a big enough room. I have discovered the most awesome thing ever. You know how hard mangrove trees are to chop down? Well, because they're already technically on the last branch that's touching the ground, since, you know, their last block of wood is all the way up there. Chop! Oh, mangroves are actually, like, gettable in Create, this means. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. There we go. This is a tree that'll really show what I mean. So the closest mangrove wood is above me entirely. But that means that there's no, like, while there is tree touching the ground, there is no other wood blocks touching the ground. At least I assume that's what the game's logic is. Whatever the game's logic is, I'm just glad that it's happening because I can use mangrove without it being like a 10-hour-long ordeal. Tragic news, everyone. I could not, in fact, use mangrove. Not for the drawers, at least. It turns out that, unfortunately, the version of the storage mod we're using does not have mangrove or cherry in it. The red you're seeing here is crimson, the netherwood, and I was not interested in using that. I went ahead and went with dark oak for my drawers, and while right now the ceiling is made out of mangrove, I realized that I want this to look like the inside of, you know, an area that has been mined out, so I actually want it to have support beams and such in here. I probably can get away with no, like, middle support beams, but I should at least add some back on this side. But you might notice some really large numbers happening over on this side. I did get this set up so that I can drop off the drill and it will connect. Whoops. No, do not move. Don't start grabbing things. Well, this worked better before I put this wall in here. I may need to rethink this wall, unfortunately. We'll do some trapdoors or something along here. Anyway, as I was trying to demonstrate, when I plugged that in there, you still can't see it behind there, but this is a portable storage interface. And it means that it lines up with that and dumps everything off into the storage controller. And when things go into the storage controller, like these dark oak logs, boop, they immediately go over into whatever their corresponding storage is. Which of course means that we have, 17,000 cobble and 20,000 andesite already stored away. And what we do have a moderate amount of now is limestone, because I did manage to find a deposit to drill through. And what I still don't even have a spot for is terracotta. So that farm has been moved way up the priority because we don't have a mesa in range on the map at all. And I fully suspect that various colors of terracotta will be something that everyone will want. But as a result, I think that they won't even be stored down here. I really don't know. I thought I was going to like that, but it just feels out of place here. I think we're just going to change these drawers and these columns around. There we go. That looks a little bit more on par and means that I now have room to actually get in here, access these chests still while it's unloading, and pick this back up afterwards. I'm out here trying to figure out how I want to lay everything out. I have kind of marked where there is going to be the elevator. So this is going to have like the pulley system looking like it's coming from back there and everything. Yeah, I know I said I built this prettier so that I wouldn't have to redo it, but I mean, look at it. It's slow. It's not pretty. But what I'm sort of thinking is making it look like the cobble is being dumped up there for sorting. Have some sort of way out behind it. Put the terracotta farm here as though the cobble is being put into it to produce the terracotta, because, well, it is. And put the limestone farm on this side. That way I can kind of put the bees almost where they are. I do want to make a honey and wax farm. Candles are a thing, so I've had multiple people be like, yes, please, wax. But that part's not happening today. All right, I've got everything just about hooked up here, and I just have to finish putting enough power on it. But what we've got here is we've got our water wheels, which are connected on over to a set of 4 drills here. The drills are going to basically be in a cobblestone generator, except that it's a limestone generator, which we're going to need the honey for. And the honey is why we have this long pipe and everything here. Now, interestingly, we are only just going to be pumping in enough honey to fill that up. And then from then on out, this is going to be purely decorative. That means I'm going to have to shut off the pump that's up here and make that one non-existent. But initially, we will need that under there. No matter what, we'll need this under here. And will that work? That will work. All right, cool. Now we've got everything hooked up. Really hoping here that the 3 water wheels will be enough to power the whole thing. Yes, it is. There it goes. And since it had dirt blocks in there temporarily, it's gone ahead and harvested the dirt blocks, sent them on down here. We'll get them all out of there. But for the moment, we do need to go ahead and turn this off. So I'm just going to break that shaft. Actually, no, it occurs to me that my best bet is going to be to just have the drills not exist until, whoops, until we are ready for drill time. That way we can leave the whole thing spinning and not have to worry about powering any of this by hand. Okay, we need to move the campfire and the basin forward one, actually, because I realized that one of the big cogs was spinning inside of the tank, and I mean, I don't need perfect realism in my game, but I prefer it. There we go. Now that's spinning. I'll have to make up some way that this is being supported ultimately, but for now it works. And that should mean it's time to go ahead and craft up all this honey that I have and throw it into the thing. Now this should melt down if I'm not mistaken. Don't tell me that it needs a blaze burner under it, not a campfire. No! Well, that just makes me all the happier that we don't need to run honey through this place continuously, since we'd have to have something feeding the blaze burner. So let's go ahead and pick the campfire back up and go claim our blaze burner. Now, obviously, I did not go get this blaze burner myself. These were his sentient fireplace. These were retrieved by JCB and Artemis 8-bit. I'll make sure that there's a link to their channels down below. For right now, let's put this in here and get this guy fed. There we go. Now the honey's melting down. That makes sense. That explains everything. All right, and let's see it fill up on into here. Yes, yes. All right, we have liquid honey. We have an actual bucket of liquid honey going. So the honey from down here is going to continue getting all liquefied by our buddy here. That's going to continue getting pumped into here. And if I'm not mistaken, it should fill in up here. Guess it's not going to fill in, but that's okay because we should still be able to get the limestone farm going as is. And also, if it's not going to fill in more than that spot, that's good because that means that I never have to worry about turning the rest of this off. I can just leave it be. All right, putting the lava in from the opposite side, putting the drills down, and hopefully nope. Not the way I want it to work. I guess my best option is just to go get 4 more buckets of lava? Yeah, let's just go get 4 more buckets of lava. 3 more buckets. 3 more buckets. Come on, I know I heard bubbling around here somewhere earlier. There it is. Okay, we're gonna have to do this super quickly. Aha! Alright, well, we're gonna have to knock these drills back out and hope that we don't lose any of them to lava or anything. Okay, we'll seal that back up for the moment. We'll get out my poor efficiency pickaxe. Okay. There's those. Let's go ahead and put our 4 drills back and hope for the best, as opposed to, you know, obsidian. Good. Nope, bad. Well, we're gonna need a slightly different setup for this farm, and this is what I get for, you know, being a noob at making any kind of farm like this. That's right, I've never played Skyblock. I've never made up a cobble gen before. No, sincerely, like, I've never made a cobble gen before. My life would be much simpler right now if I could just put honey into a bucket. Oh, I can just bucket the honey. Okay, that makes this whole thing significantly easier. Alright, after much deliberation and a little bit of research, I've found out that unfortunately my only good option is just to move the drills to be coming at this from the side and use up some of my silk touch pick for a second here so that I can put these on, whoops, as efficiently as possible. He says putting them backwards. I guess actually we'll need this side no longer glass anyway because this has gotta take a power source. Alright, let's try this again. Honey and honey. Lava and lava. I should apparently disable this for just a split second so that it has a chance to... There we go. Now we got limestone the whole way across. It does look as though I need another set of chutes in here, but that is simple enough to do. There's a bunch of it floating in there, and I don't know what to do about that. Hope that that's not a lot of loss, I guess, is my main goal here. But we did get the limestone factory online. We're gonna have to do quite a lot to pretty it up, but that is there again for once we have a bit more materials. Now, ultimately, we're going to use the same system if we can. Does this have any power left over? 256 across those, and I think that's the only thing actually consuming power right now. Well, this isn't even... Oh. Nope. That's too much. Okay, what can we take out of this equation? Okay, apparently the pump is enough to take out of the equation, and as mentioned before, we don't actually need this to have a pump. That does mean, though, that I can't use the rest of this power to go off into anything else, unless I guess there's nothing stopping me from slowing this down. Oh my goodness, why is it all popping out the back? Guess we're making hoppers instead. I guess the speed at which it's going probably is part of why it's struggling so much. Yeah, I think we can turn this down by 1 notch. Yeah, this was dropping a lot on the floor. That just jumped from a stack to 10 stacks when I've dumped off what I'd picked up. There we go. Let's get this gearbox in and get this thing running again. Oh. There we go. Took an extra couple of wrench goes, but there we go. And now this seems to be at a speed that the whole thing's being able to handle, which probably even means that I can put back the pump. Yeah, yes I can. So 128 times 4, that's 512. This is another 256, so that's 7 something. That's 1.5 of these. So we still have 1.5 of these left to use for energy for something else. And that should hopefully be enough to run a pump out of the beehives, because that's, I think, the only other thing that needs to have power over here. Everything else is going to be... Oh, wait, no. No, I could use deployers instead of traditional redstone to make a wax farm. Oh, this just got interesting, huh? Well, time to figure out what way I'm routing that water then.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong way around. Oh, hey, Lyarrah.
Hey! You're playing around with mine carts, I see.
I am. I'm trying to make a drill. I believe you're experienced in the subject.
I am. So I'm going to give you one tip right now. You see this thing on the side that says cart movement mode?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Click that,
yeah.
and you're going to want to put it to lock rotation.
Lock rotation. Okay.
Otherwise, this thing will spin around on you if it goes around corners and stuff like that. I learned that one the hard way. But with that part done, so far so good.
Yeah.
You got drills.
Do I just build it? I was gonna put
you have
on the
glue,
back.
right?
I have somewhere. I got glue. I do got glue.
And yeah, drills in front, barrels in the back, or whatever. Glue it all together.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna see if this will dig down on a diagonal. I don't know if you've ever done that before, have you?
It will. It's a little funky, but it will.
Okay. Well, I can deal with funky. I made so many of these.
Yeah. Making big drills is fun.
Yes. Okay, the last two can be facing that way. That's fine. So I glue it now, yeah?
Yep. Glue the whole shebang.
Up there, and then to that one then. Yeah. Okay.
Yay.
Then the minecart, is it?
Yep, then the minecart.
Go, go, go. Ah!
There you go. It's amazing. Alive. It works.
So
excellent.
I made my first wrench. Just what do I do now? I can turn this into something? I right click. Oh, there! I got it. It's in my pocket.
Now the whole thing's in your pocket. Yep.
The whole thing. I got.
They're so fun.
That's amazing. Do you want to come and see it? Go diagonally down.
Sure. Let's see it.
Yeah, I thought I would just sort of come all the way down with the rails and stick the drill on top of that. Do you think that's going to work?
Makes sense to me.
It'd be like something easier to maybe decorate. I might decorate. I don't usually decorate mines, but I might do it this time.
Oh, when you don't have to put in the extra work of digging out the sides of it, you know?
Exactly. That was like my thought exactly.
Every block you don't have to mine is one block less block, or one more block you're willing to place.
Yeah. Like that. It's like Minecraft wisdom. So can I just treat this like a minecart now? Is that oh.
Yep.
Oh, it is the right way. Okay. And I push it? Can I just...
Yeah, you can only push the minecart, so you may just want to put it right on the diagonal.
Oh, okay. So just put it straight on the... Ah! Oh, I'm in it! Ah, I'm getting pushed by it! I'm stuck behind it!
Oh no! Bye!
Bye! I'm on the other side, I guess. It wouldn't let me past.
It's working!
Go to the Is it working? Is it the same as the...
No, it's drilling up considerably higher than it by a few blocks.
Fine, I guess. Oh yeah, because the mine. Oh, I didn't think of that. Well, I learned a lesson, I guess. Oh! Oh! It's in free cam. It's in free cam.
It's silverfish.
These things killed me last time. Oh yeah, torches. Torches might help.
Oh, there's still
Go
another one.
away, silverfish. It's not your party.
Why can't I hit it? Thank you.
Did you get it? Nice. Okay, well, I think I better tidy this up.
Yeah, I would say that maybe going back through a little bit lower or something might be what you need to do, but it was a
Yeah,
good first pass.
it was. Yeah, if I just put this down a couple of blocks, do make the path a bit lower, then yeah, that's gonna work, isn't it? Awesome.
Yeah, and you'll want to put stairs on top of it anyway, so it'll be
Exactly.
fine.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for your
Whee!
help and watching
You're,
and
you're
making sure I
welcome.
was doing it right. Thank you.
By the way, since you do have a wrench, shift right click, and you can pick up, you can insta-mine my rails with it.
Ah, shift right click, shift left click.
Chip, one of them.
Ah, there, got it.
Yeah, I'll be out using my own drills, so if you need any help, let me know.
Will do. Well, now I have a drill. Would you like some help digging?
Oh no, I'm just going to go get some more granite, so.
Nice. Okay. See you later.
See you, bye.
Bye.
I guess I'm kind of morally obligated to go track this guy down, aren't I? Uh-oh. Found him. Found him, but he was a bit strong. My levels. My levels. I don't hear the backpack anymore, so I think that he's gone. No. I lost my chance. No. If you're wondering what I'm even doing down here, there is a copper vein that I am not even really after the copper. I am after the granite from it because there's so few granite that we found in the world so far. And honestly, I've yet to see any diorite in the wild at all. I don't know if that's Terralith generation or what's causing that. But either way, I'm trying to harvest it. But there was, as you can see from the drips up here, some water, a whole underwater cave, and there's probably, yeah, there's still water under here as well. So I'm just kind of sealing this off, filling it in so that we can actually drill this out without, you know, being drowned. And it looks like the temporary food stores are moving on to some golden carrots that we found in a chest somewhere. Not this chest. We found them next to, like, a ruined portal. Not this one, but now we've got them. Anyway, yeah, I'm about to need a lot more glass, so we're out here near the mob farm again, doing things the easy way this time. Oh boy. That was a thing. By the way, I'm well aware that I could be smelting this glass in a far more Create-friendly way with, like, you know, the lava smelters. But I get experience points this way, which is handy because I keep dying. Anyway, if we're gonna make any variety of bee farm here, we're definitely gonna need to grab. Did that go? Yeah, it went around the backside. Start grabbing wax so that we can make a few hives as well instead of just having to rely on the nests. But I'm going to need some funky little greenhouse for the bees to exist in, unless I just want to trust them to fly around outside. But I don't know that I want to trust the machinery to be exposed to the outside. I did say I needed to figure out how I was routing this. So I suddenly noticed that there was a whole bunch of limestone over here and panicked and realized that it's because I never upgraded the storage drawer. So now that has 16 and then another 16, well, 32 total. I think not 16 times 16, but either way, we're gonna pick all this up and help this thing out. Major life upgrade. We are just putting the whole shebang in there if I can aim. And yeah. How about entire thing at once? 2 whole stacks of brass ingots. Right, I need to feed you first. Alright, so I realized I should probably actually test that deployers do work this way before I went ahead and built this in survival. So I'm over here in a creative version, but it looks like my best option is just to go ahead and put a deployer back here, give it a creative motor to work off of, and hand it a pair of shears. It sounds like it worked. I don't know where anything went, but it sounds like it worked, and also looks like it's not attempting to move unless... Oh wait, did that go into its inventory? Yes, it did. Okay, I forgot that that's a thing that can happen. All right, put a hopper underneath there. Filter that to just shears. So the relevant point is that it works. We're gonna have to figure out how to handle the storage situation, but it works. It works. It works. All right, so I've been hooking up the beehives. I've got 4 of them in a row here, and I've got them with the hands. I just now realized I never did go ahead and make the rest of the shears. Ahem. Anyway, my point was is that I've been having a hard time figuring out how it is that I want to get, you know, from here to over here. And I think that I have come up with a solution. I'm not super happy with it because it feels like a cop-out, but it's functional. And that is that we are, whoops. And that's that we're going to go ahead and have this go straight into a drawer controller. And then that drawer controller is going to get linked over here with trims. And there. So theoretically now, once these finally start having wax produced out of them, which there is a bee or 2 in them, so that should happen soon, the wax will get harvested by these. I believe it goes into the inventory of the actual deployer, and they get emptied from there, as opposed to me needing to have any other, you know, shoots or anything in between. There's one of the bees. Yeah, I've been breeding up little baby bees for this. I guess all that's to be done now is to breed up a few more. And no, why are you going over there? Bees, no, do not go that far away. Yeah, as you might guess from how far away they're wandering and stuff like that, and from the glass that I've already put around here, I do plan to put a little like apiary here or something on the front of the building. And since I don't anticipate anybody actually needing more honey than, you know, to start their own limestone farm somewhere on the server, I probably will just set up a slightly fancier version with these right outside for people to manually harvest honey from still. But on the other hand, if anybody indicates that, yeah, no, they actually need honey in mass quantities, we'll go ahead and sub this side out for one that is pumping the honey directly out of the hives. Because that is an option. You can do that. You can just stick a pipe into the bottom of a beehive and pump it on out with Create. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually catch this in action. So I've turned on my replay mod, and I know that this is at 21 wax right now that I've put in there manually. Those are what I chopped off while I was building up the bee nests. We are just attempting to breed as many of these bees as we can to hopefully fill them up to capacity on both sections. So I'll bring you back once we've got some confirmation that it worked. It worked! At some point it worked. I was not paying attention, so I'm going to have to go back and hopefully you'll be hearing these words over a replay of it actually functioning, but it worked! Well, I was going to call that the end of the episode, but then Zloy signed in, and I managed to rope him into something kind of silly, but very important. So, Zloy, you're mending villager.
What about him?
There's one small problem. Where are we getting emeralds from?
Listen, I provided the villager, I provided the trade. I somehow managed to get 2 mending books out of the guy. Admittedly, by that point, not all villagers were killed by patrols, so... You know.
Yeah, exactly. And that's part of why I'm glad that we're over there and the villager is over here. Because I've had so many patrols. But I figured that's kind of where we were, and I have a potential solution.
Fascinating. What you saying? What you offering?
Let me make a boat real quick here.
Oh, God.
I have a solution, and it's literally just downstream from us.
Oh. Wonderful. So, is there like another village somewhere else?
Yes, several of them, but fortunately I found one that we don't have to, drag a villager over land in order to get them back here.
That is quite lucky, actually. But
Very.
before we try that,
yes,
I have a thing that I wanted always to like try. So check this out. This is warp dust. You get 4 of them out of an ender pearl and what's it called? The amethyst shard, right?
Okay.
And check out what you can make with it.
A warp plate. Okay.
I've seen these being used. I don't know how to set them up, but I've seen them being used. Basically, you step on it, you get teleported to wherever it leads. So before we go and do the boat stuff, let's try making one of these.
Okay. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, I mean, I only have enough material for one because I never meet any Enderman in this situation. So yeah, I also have no idea how these warp plates are like choosing where to teleport you to. And also, I don't know if they work well on entities as well. Like maybe they only work on people.
Yeah, I would assume that they would warp you to other warp plates, but I'm glad you have the rest of it. All right, so what are we making this thing? We're making a warp plate. I tried to call it a way plate. But all right. Warp plate, and I guess we just set it in the field here.
Okay. Bring this shot to another warp plate. Oh, so they do teleport warp plate to warp plate. That is convenient for somebody who has like, another ender pearl.
Yeah. Well, it's worth remembering.
Such a shame though, like
really is. But that's cool that can I guess we'll have to find out if it works on entities or not, because that would be the only thing that makes that better than a waste stone.
Absolutely. I wish you could also just bind it to a waste stone instead.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
Picklesworth doesn't have any ender pearls either.
I didn't figure. We might be able to shake JC down for one, though. Alright, so it's just down this river, and then it should be the right-hand turn when there's a turn.
Oh, wow, that is really not far away.
Right? I was so glad when I stumbled into it. I was like, yes, and there's still villagers here. Honestly, like, it might even be cute to... There's some waiting for us right there. It might even be cute to, like, have this be another area that we settle, Is there anyone besides just these two? Oh, that's right. This is the village where I found all the children. Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to lock the child that just came out of that building in. Same with this one. And then there's 2 guys that are stuck in another one of those troughs over here. Yay. Oh, the child made it out of the door still. Whoops.
Something about these trapdoors really do confuse them for some reason.
Yeah, they always manage to get in, and they just seem drawn to getting in for some reason. Alright,
so this is a no-brainer.
Oh?
Let's just grab them and throw.
I even brought a second boat.
Too late, I already grabbed my one.
Finally get in the boat, sir. This one just really does not want to leave without the other one. There we go. Alright, that took something luck skill.
And my one immediately ran off into the nether.
Well, good thing we're bringing another one. In retrospect, we probably should have built something to put them in before we went and got them, but that's on me. I like how the fact that yours went straight into the nether also implies that it kind of ran for the lava pit.
Yeah. I accidentally punched him when I was punching out the boat. So.
That would do it.
Yeah, sent him back.
Oh, I just saw him come through. Trying to figure out our best option for actually getting them inside of here. He can just get driven right in, and hopefully mine will be able to do the same momentarily.
So what you thinking for the emerald farm here?
I'm thinking sticks, because of how easy trees are to chop down. So a couple Fletchers.
Yeah, fair enough.
My dude, the shore is over there. This villager wants to go where it wants to go. But before that, I'm thinking, just plain villager farm.
Oh.
Although,
too late.
yes,
I'm already
we can
conditioning this one boy into, stickmanship.
No reason to not do both, you know?
Fair enough.
There we go. The other one is now joined the club. Oh, this one's selling arrows instead, so I'm gonna need to break his stand. Oh, good. That was the one he'd connected to. Alright, F3B, let's, Hey, thank goodness they break in one hit in this version. Alright, they are both stick people now.
Yeah, and between the trades and my own small stash, we got 43 emeralds. You can go get your mending in the meantime.
Yes, I can get a mending book. I don't even know what I'm putting it on, to be honest, because my good pickaxe is iron.
I had a mending book and a Kusa furnishing book for most of the server's existence now.
Ah.
Yeah, and I've not done anything with either, so...
I have no suggestions for you on that either. I guess I will just try and find a way to get levels, which I guess is also going to be trading with them.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, thank you for your help. It is much appreciated.
No problem.
And I'll get some beds in there to get a few more of them.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So yeah, we now have villagers. It should breed up to 6 of them with the state that I left the little farm in, and we have our first mending book right here. I have to figure out what I'm even using it on, because I think I just need to re-enchant that diamond pick or just make a new diamond pick. But I want to get to level 30 first, and that's not going to happen anytime soon unless I get to major chopping. So I think that's what I am going to go do now, while I let the farms run behind me. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me today. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you leave a like. If you're new around here, hey, please subscribe. Take care, everybody. Toodles!